Alright, Black 2. Didn't think I'd be getting to this so soon after Black 1, but oh well. Simpler rules this time. Just swapping out my team every gym and only using Pokemon that are either on the routes leading up to a gym or surrounding a gym, if that makes any sense. And I start with one team slot and I unlock one at the gyms you see on the screen. After I beat one, I unlock the team slot. So 2 at gym 1, 3 at gym 3, 4 at gym 5, 5 at gym 7, 6 after gym 8. I do have the memory link set up, so that will be nice. I don't really remember how much the memory link affects much in the story at the very least. I know there's like little blurbs at the end of the game, but I don't really read the story that much anyway, so I don't really know how much that affects. I think there may be a couple of battles that are new or only available. Also, I'm using challenge mode. I think that is important. So, more difficult somewhat. However, I do remember playing through, well, and I think there's like a weird quirk with the challenge mode in this game. Like the Pokemon don't actually change, but their levels are higher, something like that. So I don't know. That may actually make the game end up being easier. In fact, I probably should put it on easy mode, right? Because then the game would be more difficult because I'm getting less experience, but I don't really want to make it that hard. So I don't know. I don't remember really much about how that works. I do enjoy this game though. I've only played it like twice, but it's very good. Usually the second game in a generation is very, very, very good. Like it pushes the bounds of the system, so to speak, as much as Game Freak usually does at the end of a console generation, at the very least for Pokemon specifically. But I don't really remember this game being particularly difficult by itself either. Like Iris Champion is kind of like, it's just like, you know, second class, I guess. Cynthia, not as difficult, but if you are not prepared, you're still going to get swept. Haxorus is very strong, but she only sends that one out last as far as I remember, so I don't remember a lot. I'm going to use Snivy again, because I didn't really get to use it as much as I really wanted to. In Black. I used it a couple of times. So I'd like to actually get to use it and use its strengths. However, it's obviously not going to have Contrary, which would be very nice. However, weird thing about the Unova starters, they're not particularly amazing, at the very least competitively. The only one that's really good is Superior because it gets Contrary and can just spam Leaf Storm. But that doesn't really apply here because you get the wonderful pinch abilities. But I don't know, Superior is fine. It's bulky, right? It's a speedy bulky as much as you can be with starter stat spreads. It's no Incineroar, that's for sure. But Incineroar doesn't come till later. I do not remember where I'm going. I assume I go to the top. I think that's the right place, but it is interesting starting in a gym town. This may be the wrong direction. No, it is the correct direction. I'm actually quite surprised how good the upscaling of this supercharged Nintendo DS I'm playing on is. It looks pretty nice. Nice for a DS game. Alright, welcome back, Snivy. I didn't even evolve my Servant into Superior. I will remedy that. No. Also, once again, I'm going to start by trying to not spam the speed up button, but we'll see how that goes. It is still bound, so don't get your hopes up. I will try to practice some discipline, though, and not use it too much. Q has a very good theme. I do enjoy it. I think this is the last, well, I was gonna say, I think this is the last time the rival actually uses a more challenging, I guess, Pokemon, but, no. Rival and XY, and I guess also Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire. Since there are, remakes of an older game, they do use the stronger of the two. XY is weird because you have the cluster of acquaintances. Which is fine. I know a lot of people don't like that, but just makes it unique, I guess. Just bash your heads against the wall here. Pokemon's definitely one of those games where the beginning is slow for the most part. You know, I probably should turn up text speed. That may help. But so, well, okay. And there is kind of a balance, right? So let me use Monster Hunter as an example. That's a game where you get a drastically different experience at the start and going up through the ranks as opposed to in-game, because at in-game you have a lot of different systems working as opposed to at the start of the game where you're being introduced to those systems, but not only introduced but being able to use those systems, and you have to progress to be able to do more and stuff like that. So if you don't want to spend too much time in the early game, you have to be smart with your materials. Pokemon doesn't really do that. I will say that obviously, as with most games, the going through the game is a lot different than in-game because of the resources available to you. But it's whether or not that's enjoyable. Monster Hunter, at the very least, the classic games in the world, and I think even Rise to an extent, do a pretty good job of striking a balance that, though going through the game is different than in-game, they still strike that balance of being fun. Just different types of fun, though. And someone may not like going up through Monster Hunter, but really enjoy the in-game, and vice versa. Someone may not enjoy the in-game as much, but enjoy blabbing out, going through, seeing what the most efficient way to get stuff is as you go through the ranks, and feeling weaker at the very least as you're trying to level up your armor as the monsters hit harder and harder. Pokemon's kind of weird where you're very limited with your resources at the start for what you can do. not that the game is more difficult because of that, it's more or less just that you don't have a large amount of options, right? So mid-game is where it starts to pick up, and you have a lot more options to do stuff. However, you still do lack the options of items being easily accessible, and obviously the in-game items and stuff, which I guess you would consider as in-game, are not available as well. So like your choice specs and your scarves and your life orbs, which I think are actually fairly available mid-game. I think they become available around Driftvale. You just have to do a bunch of PWT stuff. However, I don't remember if you get battle points for that though. It's kind of weird. But obviously in-game is where you do get the access to level up your, or not level up, but breed your Pokemon, get your IVs up, and then start EV training and whatnot. It is much more difficult in the older games. That is not something I enjoy going back to. Egg moves being annoying as well. Like, I can see, like, if you were not going for competitive stuff and you were just doing it for the fun of it, that's one thing. Like the puzzle of chain breeding and getting the, perfect Pokemon, but it feels like if I'm not going to use it for anything, what's the point, right? But if you want to actually, be playing competitively and stuff like that, you kind of would rather just have a made-up team and be able to, use Showdown or something like that to swap out a team member and see how that works, or change EVs and IVs without going through a completely convoluted process of resetting them with berries that I don't even know if you can buy in this game. And then you have to re-raise them by fighting Pikachu 15 times to raise your... I assume Pikachu would be Speed IV? I don't know though. Anyway, I think that's enough ramble for now. Definitely though, mid-game and end-game are kind of where my enjoyment lies with Pokemon. I think after a certain point in game, it does just not really feel that fun because you're over leveled for everything. So the only thing that can really hold your attention is the battle facilities, which also are a little weird sometimes, but they do test your, I guess, strategy decisions and whatnot. I mean, Battle Frontier is like absolutely hands down the best possible in-game you can have that isn't just multiplayer battles, right? Because it gives you battles, but in different flavors and different gimmicks and mechanics. So if you don't like one, well, go to a different one. Okay, no, that's not what I meant to do. Also, I really need to turn the text speed up and change that to set. And this game also, I mean, it's a Pokemon game, right? I think I said this last time too. Very good music in this game. I think you fought his friends in his house. This is trainees. Nice variety of towns also in this game. Just realized they did the town map thing twice. I think that happened in Diamond and Pearl. Or your rival runs off and you have to deliver a town map. Probably should rest at the center, that way I don't lose. I am no stranger to losing If you've watched the last playthrough, that is something I can very easily do. Thankfully, I think Snivy is still a mixed attacker. Not like anything would change, but I think Snivy is a mixed attacker. So I can use physical attacks without worrying too much about losing out on efficiency. Nice crit. Are we going to start critting everything again? Or being crit by everything? That can happen too. Let's see what your nature is. Let's see here. Okay, well, it's not super amazing. And I can't change it. I'm not resetting. But definitely going to be using this for a special attacker. Normally, well, no, it gets Leaf Blade though. Did I evolve Servine? Now I'm thinking that I did and it got Leaf Blade. So I guess I did. I just didn't use it at all. Just Leer. Maybe make it go faster. I don't know if it's a 3-shot. Doesn't change anything. It certainly won't be a 2-shot. Or it will be a 2-shot, but it took a whole turn to make it a 2-shot. I don't remember what generation crits went to being 1.5 and not 2 times. Maybe been Gen 4. It is weird going back to the older generations and dealing with the top mechanics of pre-Gen 4 stuff, because you'll try to use, I don't know what was I was doing something the other day. I don't remember what it was though. I was using I think a physical attacker and I used a special move and I was like, this is physical, this will hit hard, and it didn't. Probably Ice Punch or something on a physical attacker and it didn't deal that much. Oh yeah, that's special. Probably should go heal. Now, I am allowed to catch stuff and overfill my slots, just as with the last playthrough. I'm making the effort to go back and put them in a box. Also, while I was playing ZA, I was curious that Water Shuriken was a 3-second cooldown move as like Quick Attack and Bullet Punch are. I was like, that's weird. I forgot that it was a priority move. I heard something earlier today. It's a priority move. I was like, oh yeah, that was a priority move. That's why it has a 3-second cooldown. It is kind of weird to think about. I don't remember if that's a loaded dice thing that would be boosted by loaded dice. I don't even remember if Greninja is. I think it is in Scarlet and Violet. But I think boosted Water Shuriken has different stuff when you're using Ash Greninja. It gets like higher base power or something like that, I think. Either that or I'm thinking of Mega and conflating the two. Oh boy, you're gonna have Ember, aren't you? I probably should have saved. It's okay, we're not afraid of losing. We'll take it on the chin. I think that's how the saying goes. Do I Leer here? Oh, so is this doing more? Yes, it's actually 50. So this is dealing more damage for sure. how much time am I gonna have? I may not have enough time. I doubt I'll live 2 embers. Unless you, for whatever reason, still have only tackle. I'm just trying to think, is the chance of that high enough for me to just spam tackle? It's probably gonna be a 3-shot anyway, so I may as well just tackle. Right? Okay, no, that's not a 3-shot. You are just tackling me, though. That may have been a low roll, but yes, I'm wasting. I've been inefficient. I'm very sorry. Well, now we're even again. Ow. You have the advantage because I have a bad attack nature. However, you squandered it. You failed. You got greedy. What? Okay. Unless you have quick attack hiding. And I don't think Tepig can learn quick attack. Certainly not this early on. Unless it's like a random egg move. Okay. Rat. Which is not very good. Very moody teenager. Okay. Probably should run back and heal, but I'll just do this. I didn't use that much. Okay. Hello, Marie. It also is nice to see older Pokemon. Fairly common at the very least in this game. I'm not certainly like 10 times at the very least. Like infinitely more common, I guess. We want to use exaggerated numbers than in the first game. But again, I like what the first game did. It gives it a different spice. Also, I'm just now realizing that the text is cut off at the bottom. That is quite awesome. I do wonder why. Really shouldn't be that way, but let me see if I can't fix it. Like, I think it has been cropped. Hold on. Let me fix this. I think I can hot swap this or hot fix this. It will look a little odd right now, but that's okay. I'm not a professional. Get to see a little behind the scenes on how this stuff is fixed. I think it's still off. Not quite sure how though, honestly. Oh, that may be how. Scoot out. Okay. Now I can shrink it and drop it. And that's how that works. Clan Whip is probably still better with stab. I don't know, is it? May actually be pretty close. What, 35? So, what, 17? Something like that? 17 and a half. So, what, 40, 52.5? So, it's slightly higher power. Not like I should have used it there. I should have used tackle because that would have finished it off. That's not great. That's my only fella that I'm using. It's okay, we'll break through it. Not like it matters, but I don't remember if wrap prevents switching. Oh, they give you one. And they give you another one. They knew that the exact case was going to happen. Very worried. Oh, did I go the wrong direction? I did go the wrong direction. Awesome. Very funny music for a ranch. Psyduck. Actually, good training fodder. I won't worry too much about catching anything right now, because Snivy should be fun for the first gym. It's just normal tops, so I guess I could catch a Riolu and use that, but I don't think I need to. I guess I could, right? I doubt there's any ghost types. If there were ghost types, maybe. I don't know, maybe Lillipup is hiding bite. I don't think I actually want to fight you. I don't want to be paralyzed randomly. That would not be fun. Now, I will say this. I am allowed to use whatever after the 8th gym, so I don't have to ditch everyone or whatnot. I do kind of want to try to maybe do like a weather team or something after the 8th gym, but as for right now, I don't know. I guess I could keep doing it with Victory Road. I guess I'll see how I feel in the moment. It's a very flexible challenge, if you could even consider it that. Cloud9. I wonder if Cloud9 was ever used competitively in this generation. Only thing I think that gets it is Gold Out, so maybe not. I'm sure there's other Pokemon, but not that I remember. Because weather is such a rampant thing in this generation, because you get your regular Pokemon that get drought and drizzle. Sandstream was already a thing. Thank you, Tyranitar. But having a Pokemon you can switch in and, well, I guess it doesn't negate or dissolve the weather, does it? It just negates the effects of it while the Pokemon is in, right? I think. I want to say that's the case. I don't know why I want to say that's the case, because I haven't used a Cloud9 Pokemon in probably a very long time, and if I did ever use one, then I don't remember really paying that much attention to it. Certainly not intentionally. Yeah, the game won't be too interesting until I, at the very least, have the option to switch and do stuff like that. Right now, we're just headbutting each other until we fall over. Frustration. That's not probably terrible right now. Gets worse and worse, but it's actually an interesting first DM. Probably a better option. Yeah, definitely better than Wrap, right? Better than Tackle right now, but it would lose efficiency probably very quickly. Especially with it being in the lead. Like every step I take, it loses power. Unfortunately, friendship values are hidden because we love our hidden stats in Nintendo games. We like to make them vital parts of the gameplay experience. I guess not too vital, but important parts of the gameplay experience, but we want to keep them hidden on the stat screen because that's top secret information. You cannot know how friendly something is with you. That would be wrong. That would be violating their privacy. But you can take it to an NPC who will tell you vaguely at what stage of friendship you have with each particular Pokemon. Oh. There we go. Oh yeah, there's the special Pokemon that you can find. It is an interesting way of storytelling. Okay. I do not know where the rest of those are going to be. Is it going to be a random breeder in a Pokemon Center that appears in? I don't know. Oh, I am now seeing that the text on the top is also cropped. I'm not sure how that happened. I unless the DSi setting made that weird. That is what a supercharged DS is. It's a DSi. I don't want to cut off too much. It's kind of hard to see. My eyesight is not the greatest. Okay, that should be fine. I just raised it up, so it shouldn't have messed too much up. Now what am I doing? I assume I'm going back to this guy's house. Okay. Now, do they just use Lillipup and Patrat? Oh, no, Panpour. I thought they had used the monkeys at some point, but I didn't know if it was this early or not. see how much this does. Not that much. All right, let's see how much tackle does. See if it does more. Okay, about the same. So it has dropped to the point maybe your starter just has special affection for you. I should have used Vine Whip anyways. What a waste of time. Let's leer. Oh yeah, I think they do actually use better AI in the challenge mode. So at the very least, you're getting better AI. No, that did more. Okay, I must have got a low roll then. Yeah, that's really important. Growth. That's just... Oh, no, it's both. Okay. I can always get frustration back later. Growth, I think growth would just be better though than Leer. It really depends if I'm wanting to switch and whatnot, but right now that doesn't matter. By the time it would matter, I'd have better moves anyways. Now, does growth double in Sunlight, or am I thinking of an older generation? Asking a lot of questions that are not being answered because I'm not wanting to stop and look them up. Middle box. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna try to avoid talking to you because I'm not really worried about achievements and I don't really want to be bombarded by 1500 if I don't talk to you for a while. I guess technically the first gym, I will not have new... Okay, you really like jumping off cliffs, don't you? First gym, I technically won't get a new team because I'll still be using my starter, but I will be able to catch an extra Pokemon at the very least. Probably not even worth it to fight right now. Sorry. High speed stat will come in handy. Running away from stuff. I don't know if that's something I should be proud of, but oh well. I think there's just 2 fights and then the gym battle. No puzzles or anything. Actually, it's kind of weird if there aren't, because the restaurant gym would be more of a school gym asking you questions than the school gym. Interesting way of... Okay, yeah, you have to actually talk to them. If that didn't make you fight them, there is a very wide courtyard to just walk around. Von Whip's probably still doing more at this point. Yes. Was it KO? No, that must have been high roll or mid roll to low roll. Look at me trying to figure out what rolls were. I have no idea. Don't really know what the variance is. Haven't really paid that much attention to it. I mean, that's doing about as much as Von Whip, so may as well use this for now. I say that. I'm on the precipice of losing if I don't wisen up. Again, not really important how to save, so... I mean, it is important. Always save your game, but not every 5 minutes if you're not trying to go for a flawless victory or whatnot. Is it really flawless if you have to reset? I guess in terms of asking the game, but... game doesn't know you reset. Maybe that'll be a 2-shot after I level up. Not really that scared. I'm gonna set up a growth. Should have done that at the start, but oh well. Okay, you're double leering, which is a bit scary. I'm at half defense now. Hopefully a one-shot. Extra level will be important. Hope Von Whip does more. I should survive this. Okay, yeah, I'm fine. In fact, I probably could have taken another one, but better to be safe than sorry. Let me give you a berry. I think that will be very important. The free space bag is also interesting. I think this is the first game that introduced to that. I don't know if that exists anymore. It was kind of weird. It's like weird, random. I guess more of a favorites bag, I guess, than anything, right? Okay. Gonna set up, see how it goes. I have an Oranberry, which is only 10 HP, but it is 10 HP. As long as I don't get one shot by the trap, I should be okay. We'll learn though. You are doing the same. This is actually a bit scary. I am faster than you, so if you get greedy... Ah, that may not KO, and that's going to hit me very hard. Because you get stab on your normal type attacks, and I do not get stab on any attacks. Crit, please. No crit. Tackle. Here we come. 50%. Oh, not even? Okay. That's not going to kill you to full. So I'm at +2. I think I can safely set up another one. Hopefully you just hit me with tackle and I heal, right? That's the hope. Nope. You're going for the sweep again. I will use frustration. I'd like to save Vine Whip for the last one. It's not doing that much. It is level 14. Is this his ace? Maybe, big maybe. Crit. Oh, this is getting scary. You have an Oranberry too. I really should have set up more, probably. Well, you win. It is 3 against 1. That is what it is. Didn't even proc. Okay. So, let me think. I probably just set up, right? Oh my goodness. I didn't heal because I thought I would be fine. No. Well, at the very least, Vine Whip has full power. I think I just have to enter the center, right? Alright, that didn't happen. Just gonna retry. Okay. You're gonna try to set up. I don't think I KO you quick enough, right? So... problem is, even if I set up through growths, I don't think I survive. It took me down to 20, right? So that would be 40 damage if I get hit by 2. However, if I don't set up now, I don't really have a good standing in front of Lillipup either. I think we see how this goes. Whatever I do, I need to commit to it. All right. Okay, I think at this point, we're both at +3. You're gonna go to +4 now, probably, right? Yes. That should put me in Oran range, which will give me more HP to survive Lillipup. And if I survive, I have full HP, right? So, we'll see. Okay, good. Level up. +4 for +5. Okay, yes, doing consistent damage at the very least. Won't KO on the next turn. So, once more, I'm going to take a lot of damage from that, but it might end up putting me in Orin range. Anyways. Oh no, you just... Okay. Be greedy then. That's fine. You're gonna use a potion. So I think I probably soften with frustration. Finish with tackle. And if that's your ace, then whatever comes out next is not worrying in the slightest. Okay, nope, that's actually pretty worrying. I didn't realize. Alright, that's fine. We just hope we one-shot, right? Oh, no, you're just... Okay, you keep trying to set up, but you haven't dealt a single point of damage. I shouldn't be saying anything. I lost you the first time. I did actually, or accidentally mash the speed up button. Cool, and we'll evolve from that. Leaf Tornado. Nice special attack, right? Yes, and pretty decent power at that, so we can get rid of frustration now. Alright, so next gym is Poison. It's weak to Ground and Psychic, I think. So... I don't know if there are any Psychic types. Before... There's Steel types in the power plant area, I think. It's not a power plant. Is it a power plant? It may be a power plant. I think you get like Magnemite there, which is obviously immune. Very basic badge. Return is the nice alternative that gets more powerful. It's kind of weird that the entire region just fills up with different Pokemon over the course of 2 years. It's just like, it's not that far away, is it? All right, cool. Sure. Turn it on. It's not going to do anything for me, but it at the very least fills up the bottom screen with something. I think I'm off. Have I been healed? Probably not. No. You did not evolve. What level do you evolve? This happened last time. I guarantee it. Oh my goodness. This happened last time too. I don't remember what level it evolves. Is it 18? I guess it's 18. I think the Hoenn starters and probably I think a lot of them are actually level 16. It's just specifically the Unova ones are level 18. And Snavi's probably going to evolve at level 17. Just prove me wrong there. But there are some weird ones that evolve at level 12. It's very odd. No. Nope, Patrat. A very special Patrat. Alright, run away. Alright, so now I can actually catch something. But I'll save it until I get to Virbank and kind of look around and see what the options are. I do kind of want to look up and see what is available around the area. That's interesting. Does it work that well? Let's see. I am curious how well it will actually work. You probably have to see them first, right? And at that point, it's just... I guess it's useful, but eh. Oh, I guess I don't have to use this. Okay, I didn't see a Pidove, so... Oh, that's cute. I don't think I've ever opened this menu before. That's nice. Nice little quality of life. Did Riolu show up on? I'm pretty sure Riolu spawns in Fluckacy Ranch. Okay, I don't know where you get the Riolu then. It must be a rare spawn and you only see rare spawns differently. Speaking of, nice to have a special attack, even if it is a bit inaccurate. Very nice. Probably want to wait a bit before I actually give. Well, I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if return is at the very least on par. It is something I can't take back, which is kind of meh. Smart Thing tells me to get rid of growth and replace it with work up. But return can only get better, right? So we'll deal with the low power right now. We can, at the very least. Side up. That should be pretty simple to take down. In fact, I probably don't even need to waste Leaf Tornado on it. Right? Close. It's fun. Would be interesting if there were a move. This would be like completely single player only. But a move that the more you used it, the higher its power got. And I'm not talking about like Fury Cutter. I mean like over the course of the game. Ah, double battle grass. see what spawns here. I don't think it'll force you into a double battle if you only have one Pokemon. Swaddle. Not good. Actually, I think it is neutral to poison attacks, but you're certainly not amazing against it, because I think both Bug and Grass are probably not very effective against poison itself. Yeah, that is doing very little damage for the level discrepancy. Ow. And my Wormberry's gone. You know, I should have... I'd say I should have had the foresight for that, but no, I don't think so. I don't really think about Bug Bite as a move that often. In fact, it would have procced there, which is kind of funny. Oh, I probably should just heal at some point. Oh yeah, let's... Okay, no. It's only Pokemon you've seen at all, I'm guessing. Because... I saw Pidove in a match, but I did not see it out in the wild. But it counted it out in the wild. However, I saw Riolu, so I don't know. I guess common Pokemon, right? Way up here. Dunsparce. Sorry, Eviolite does not work in this game. It's an interesting move to have an accuracy drop on. Actually, fairly defensive. Okay, nope, this is bad. This is really bad. I want to say I've said this before, but hardly any people really hear what I say anyways, but I have played a rollout. Many, actually, rollout playthroughs before, where the only attacking move I am allowed to use is rollout. And it's a very good move early on, as long as you hit things and it doesn't miss, because it gets up to 60 base power on the second turn, and then it goes up to 120. And if you have Defense Curl, it's even better, because it starts at 60 and just gets better and better. I think I'll do one of those at some point, right? It's a bit hard to do because you do have to do some tinkering around, so it's fun as a casual challenge, but not as like a, oh, I have to do the game vanilla with no tinkering at all, because then you just can't do it at all, because none of your starters really roll out legitimately that early on. I don't think you'll fight me. It certainly is fun, though. I think if I do that, though, so the way I did it before... Oh, okay, that's fine. I think the way I'd do it, though, is I'd actually allow support Pokemon. Because I did it solo, which is, you know, possible, but there's not a lot of counterplay you can do. You're just kind of stuck there, you know, set up with your attack boosting move or your defense curls, and then just hope it works, right? I mean, you're just spamming roll out It's particularly bad against, Jasmine was really bad because Steelix. Steelix is not a good Pokemon you want to fight. And right before you get to Steelix, the Magnemite go down pretty easily. But they do kind of tend to hit you with Thunder Wave, or at the very least shock you enough to paralyze you. So if you do end up being paralyzed, that lowers your chances of your rollouts hitting max power, and that's not fun. Steelix can kind of take you out if you miss enough. Sorry, I probably missed something important there, but I don't think it's that important in reality. But the idea of being able to have support Pokemon that, though they can't attack, they can still do swapping and stuff like that. Like, even if just one just multiplies the amount of stuff you can do so much more. What is the Steelworks? I'm sure it showed up on the screen. Let's see. Oh, complex. Okay. Yeah, and it's not going to show all the ones that live here. Did I go to the Pokemon Center? I don't think so. Let me go there before I black out and have to walk all the way back. One of my favorite town themes. Just so nice and cozy. Alright, let's see what we've got in here. I don't remember if you have to go over here at some point in the future, but Snivy is not going to do great against this next gym, so I may need to switch off of it for something that can actually hit and not take double damage. Alright, there's the first 90% miss. 10% miss, I guess. Nice crit. 10% miss into a however much crit. Trat. It's not going to do much for you, sorry. It's not going to do much for you either. Guess this is actually more efficient farm encounters. Because I don't have to worry about running into doubles. However, if you do run double battles, then you have two spawning at once as opposed to just one. So, has its positives. Both have our accuracy dropped. Oh wow, I did not KO. This, okay. Oh yeah, I forgot. Trat and Watchog are Very annoying creatures. It did evolve at level 17, by the way, so yes, it did prove me wrong. Growlithe! I'd kind of like to use Growlithe later. It is a stone evolution, though. Ah, he'll be fine on the team. Just don't hit me with Ember, please. Yes, leer me. Okay, that's not great. May not have Ember right now, actually. Okay, you do have Ember. Oh, okay, I didn't do that much. Oh, yeah, you're a physical attacker, so... Wait, are you? You are. Normally you're used as a physical attacker, right? But... I don't know if your special attack's actually higher. It may be. Got that Machoke cry. Alright, I'm sure there's another one around here of interest, but we'll let him level up for a little bit. He would be nice for the bug gym, but I feel like that may be going outside of the idea I want for this particular playthrough. Yeah, let me put you up front. Give you frustration. What you got? Quick attack, probably? No. A very horrendous moveset. Let's clean that up a little bit. Oh, you cannot learn. That's weird. Of all Pokemon, I would assume Growlithe could learn Work Up. That's not an amazing ability, but I'm not really worried about good abilities on these early Pokemon I'm using. I may as well just give you Return then. Switch to that when it becomes useful. Thief. I don't think that's going to be super useful. At least not right now. Actually, probably not really in the future either. I assume I have to chase this guy all over the place. Magby! Okay, I don't know why I'm using Return here. $20 base power. Yeah. This may KO, actually. I don't know, maybe the base friendship keeps it at like 90. Okay, that really didn't actually do that much more. I was expecting greater. There's that smoke screen coming in. Ow. Again, technically the rules are new team every gym, not that I have to use the Pokemon only on the route, but I do kind of want to do that. So I'm not going to consider these as ones I'm actually using if I want to go through for a future playthrough that uses Pokemon I haven't used before. Not that that really probably matters to anyone, but oh well. You are very stubborn. Vine Whip should not KO. Came close, and I get burned for it. Really? I'm very surprised Magby is more difficult to catch than Growlithe. That's surprising me. I don't... Is Magby... I don't remember. Is Magby Gen 2 or Gen 4? I think it's Gen 2. Because Magmar is one stage in Gen 1, then you get Magby in Gen 2, and then Magmortar in Gen 3. Or sorry, Gen 4. It's actually kind of weird, because Electabuzz is the same way you get the baby form in Gen 2, and then the evolved form in Gen 4. Okay, go put you back in the box, sorry. You know, I don't know, maybe the challenge mode AI will actually cause switching. So I could just spam smoke screen and cheese the fight that way. Smoke screen and work up. Well, I guess Growlithe doesn't have work up, so unless Magby learns it. You actually get some okay moves for that, and you are serious nature, so neutral nature. Woobat. Is Woobat Psychic type? I know Swoobat is, but I think you are Psychic type. So there would be your Psychic type to use. I'm sure you learn Confusion. Do need to check your special attack stat. That way I know whether or not it's good. Okay, mixed. So Ember for sure will be doing more. Not that it's doing much, but yeah. There you go, Confusion. So if I see one of them, I guess I can catch them for the gym. Nice crit. Do I get knocked out here? I don't think so. It may be a roll. You Odor Sleuth me anyways. What is this AI? I thought I was getting challenge AI, not Odor Sleuth when I possibly have the KO on a Pokemon that I don't even need to hit with weird moves. I think Magby is a friend evolution, so that would be a quicker way to evolve than Firestone might be if you are like limiting yourself to evolving before the second gym for whatever reason. Okay, please. Okay, take it slow. Assume you're gonna want to fight me. Let me put Servine up front. Actually, I can just switch train. That'd be better. Also, I think the HP icons on the menu are different, maybe. Alright, what do you got? The trap. Okay. Nice burn. That will help my longevity. And hurt yours as well. Good. Now I can just drop off from here. Ether. You know, I don't really know what the point of that was. I guess I thought for some reason that had a significance. Evidently there are more Pokemon that spawn here. I'll look for them, I guess. Maybe, oh, there may be nighttime spawns that replace Magby and the one I have in my party, Growlithe. That may be the, I doubt that grass patch actually has different encounters. That may be the case. And if that is the case, I'm not going to wait until nighttime to actually fight or find them. Nice flash fire. Yeah, that's doing more. Ember should KO here though. Never mind. All right. So let me think, is there anything else I could maybe find? Probably not going to find anything down here. Okay. All right. Cool, I guess. Oh, that's a weird roundabout way of getting a silk scarf. Wow, good item. 1.2 times to your normal type attacks. Probably give that to... Don't really want to give it to Servine. Servine's not going to be super great. Let me give it to Growlithe. Growlithe can use it. Training. We'll be good on it later. Servine, that is, but for now, I don't really need to be training it up too much. Just use it as a failsafe for it now. Nice. Magnemite! There we go. That's what I was looking for. Ember should not KO. Came very close. That was not a sturdy proc, though. Nice. I like how it screws its footprint. It's a screw print. Wonder, are there different Magnemite with different types of screws in their body? Alright, let's drop Servine. So I could have just deposited. You have Thunder Shock? You do, very good. Supersonic's not great. I'm thinking of Sonic Boom. Supersonic is also not great. I think it's like 55 accuracy, which is blah. In fact, let me see. Yeah, 55, wonderful accuracy. Let me look at your stats. Oh, that's awful. Why are we pulling these bad stats? These bad natures, I should say. I'll look for another one. I don't want to use this one. I'm sorry, Magnemite, but if I only get to use you once, I want to use a good one of you. Alright. Will this one KO, I wonder? No. Nice. Here. What do you have? Give me Modest. Whatever. That'll work. In theory, all of the... I assume all of the attacks, unless Coffin gets like Ember or something, they're gonna be physical. Oh, it actually got Sonic Boom. That was the move I was thinking of. Deals damage equal to your level. I do find it weird that Sonic Boom is not like a flying type move. It's kind of a weird normal type move, honestly. A destructive shockwave that inflicts 20 HP damage. I just don't... Oh no, it's just 20 HP. It doesn't even scale off of your level. That's something I forgot for some reason. Probably good for Little Cup. You know, it's probably better to fight the outside Pokemon because they seem to fare better into the current 2 Pokemon I have. Don't hit me, please. Ow. Goodbye, Growlithe. I was not thinking. Oh well, Magnemite gets some free experience. Very belabored. Alright, I will fast forward through the healing. I don't think that adds anything, so. That is how it starts, though. You start with the healing, and then backtracking, and then grinding, and then soon every small amount of time you don't have control, you're fast forwarding. It's a slippery slope. I think it deals equal damage to what you take, or what it's, yes, you deal equal damage to what you take, so I should be fine. I'll survive. Well, that may be double, actually. Smart person would have bought potions. Pretty much any point. Did not, though. Don't really need super potions right now. All right. Okay, you did not start with Bide this time, so I should be able to KO you. Not really getting that much experience. Honestly, probably should actually fight the gym. Let me see the preschool first, see if there's any experience to be gained there. Alright, nothing. Anything interesting out this way? Probably not. Okay. I'll go ahead and start fighting the gym. Get some experience there at the very least. This is the downside to getting a new team every time you have to retrain them. So that does end up making the run take longer. What is your... Yeah, 29, 30 special attack's actually pretty high for this early on. Because Growlithe is what, 20? And he's 2 levels higher, 22, something like that. 25 probably. Oh no, 23. Gym time. Grimer. Now, I do wonder if Sonic Boom's actually not bad here. We'll use Thunder Shock first. Okay. I think Grimer actually has okay special defense for a low-level Pokemon, so... yeah, that's doing more. What is the... Oh, it's probably like 85 accuracy, ain't it? Oh, no, 90. Okay, I just missed 10%. Cuffing. Yeah, that's really nice. Dark type is still not very effective. You know, I should probably give you frustration, right? Yeah. Nope. Ah. Actually, probably should check workout first. Yeah, I'll check workup. Cannot learn it. Okay, well, why did I do that? It's a bit iffy. It's probably still doing over 50% though. Does Thunder Shock KO? Please KO. I don't want to take a tackle or a rollout. Ow. Ah, no. Got me with the 10%. You had a 10% chance to survive there. I hope you are happy. That didn't even KO. I'm relying on Sonic Boom too much, I guess. That would have been actually a pretty good chance to test Return's base power. See how it starts. Backtracking now. Okay. I'm probably fine, right? Again, Sonic Boom's gonna be doing most of the heavy lifting for damage, and then Growlithe can come in and just clean up. I don't know, maybe Magnemite's better to use as a cleaner. They are 2 levels higher, so this would only be level 15. So that is fair, I guess. Again, I don't think they get the stat increases, though. Unless whatever I read was just completely incorrect. Grimer. Not even gonna play games, just keep hitting it with 20 damage. Ow, okay, well. Give it a thunder shot. And it misses, well. Oh yeah, Mudslap's awful. Wow. Probably should have brought Pito then. Don't really have a through point here. I hope return does more damage now. Okay, it does not. You disabled the wrong move, my friend. Let's see. 40 base power, so 60 base power, right? I think frustration probably does deal more, though. Maybe not. Don't poison me, please. Okay, well, it crit. I didn't even KO with the crit. Okay, I'm not prepared. I'm not prepared for this. I was hoping I was prepared, but I am not. Okay. Are the wild Pokemon higher level? Probably not, which makes it not great. I don't really have an easy option to just train. Yeah, I mean that's doing a lot of damage. It's just I think they're poison types that the gym uses. The ones that are available to them right now are all somewhat specially defensive. I'm not gonna mess with the coin flip that is Sonic Boom. Or sorry, Sonic Supersonic. Oh, wonderful smoke screen. Immediately. Oh no, here we go. I do wonder. Wonder if you get Thunder Wave at some point. But I'm thinking of maybe just throwing Magby out there with Servine and boost sweeping. Like that seems very appealing. Because Mudslap's not great, but Mudslap and poison coverage probably do Magby and Servine into. Let me just see. They shouldn't be able to do too much to Magby. I mean, they'll do quite a bit because Magby's only level 12, but could be worse. I'm gonna try it. I like that idea. Does Magby learn workout? If it does, that does... Okay. Again, I don't know why I thought most Pokemon learned workout. That was just something apparently I thought I knew. Alright. Ah, I've got to go back and get the Silk Scarf. I'll do a quick damage test with return too and see. Alright. How much is this gonna do on a trap? Ideally, I can safely get up to a high boost point before I'm like poisoned or something. Okay, that's one-shotting. I know there's level discrepancy there, but let's see. Alright, Audino is a good test. Okay, crit doesn't really help with what I'm wanting to do here, but alright, fine. Okay, that seems pretty good. Another Audino actually means level up, I think, for Zervan. Should really probably let Magby use it, but let me hit it with the return first. What? I know you're 3 levels more, but legitimately? Wow, that's very surprising. Either that or you have like 31 IVs in defense and HP and defense boosting nature. Honestly, if you learn Sand Attack, that wouldn't be terrible, honestly. Because you're very, very tanky. Oh boy. You know what? I can just switch back. I don't have to toil away. Gonna get all 5? Yes, you are. All right, so I don't think neither grammar or coughing have good attack stats, or special attack stats for that matter. So I'm probably fine setting up on either one. In fact, it's better for me to set up with coughing because I don't think it has mud slap. I don't know if they can switch yet. If the AI has the capability within itself to click the Pokémon button on the bottom of the screen. That's gonna sting. This is about half. Good miss. Need as many of these as we can get off. Alright, is that KO probably? Yeah, most definitely KOs. No! Thank you, Magby. You held on. Did hit the assurance though. Nice burn! Awesome! That gives me a good chance. Venoshock's still doing a lot of damage probably, but that's okay. As long as those miss. And you may just end up using assurance for whatever reason. I am really cheesing this fight. See if Providence lets me skate by. Okay, it wants half. Oh no! Why the crit? You got you. I did say we'll see if Providence works. It did work. I feel like let's think this through, right? Okay. I'll allow myself a single potion. A single healing item. More specifically, not just a single potion. Good miss. Surely it will not crit again. I should probably keep my mouth shut though. Okay, that's better. That is much better damage. I don't know what level I'm at. I think I'm fine. So as long as nothing outspeeds me, I should be dealing very high amounts of damage. This would not work in a real match because the person would have switched out by that point. Oh no! That just applies poison, right? It may do like 10 damage, but yes, it just applies poison. It's regular poison, so I'm okay. I just, yeah, that stings. High roll. Oh wait, no, that should still KO unless it low rolls. Okay, we're good. No steel type, please. Okay, Whirlipede. I think we're fine. Whirlipede has probably okay defense, but oh, you probably have good speed too, don't you? Okay, we're fine. Go, hit it, finish it off, please. We lose. Unless you like work up or something. No. Okay, that's fine. That is okay. I think I have to go for +6, right? If there's just, as long as there's no like crit that happens, I think I'm fine. I'm in denial. Okay, no, here's what I do. I give an Oran Berry to Magby and let it heal That way, I don't know if I get two shot, that probably won't work. Like at like 50% or something like that, but that's okay. Okay. You know, Pidove may actually be better. I don't know though. Servine's at such a high level. Alright, that does hit, but that's okay. It's fine. Again, we normally need the ability. We will not get the burn here, but that's okay because you just spam Venoshock anyways. You've hit every single one of your attacks though. Okay, we get the burn, I guess. My best opportunity is just doing a full setup here, I think. Why are you assurancing? Here it comes. No crit. Good. I actually should survive another one of those. I think I have one more after this I have to boost. Question. Okay, yeah, I think I heal here. If I get hit, I get hit. That's just how the cookie crumbles. Ideally, I would have healed back more because that did deal more damage than the first one did, but it's okay. We're at +6. 4 times attack. In theory, this should be one-shotting everything, especially at level 20. Maybe the friendship boost actually applies in battle. I'm not sure though. Oh, Leech Seed would have actually been able to, or been very nice. Nice crit. Probably would have rather had that on Morlipede, but oh well. Oh no, it's so close. I don't survive this. There's no way I survive this. I survive! That one level, I guess, was enough of a difference. Good job, Servine. And Whirlipede may just have an awful attack stat. That may be why. I don't think so, though. It's got to have some kind of an attack stat. Then a shot. That's probably not useful right now. I'm sure there's something you unlock later that earns it. I don't know why I thought Magby would have learned it. Learned Smokescreen, but so does Charmeleon. Charmeleon's not a poison type. I feel like there had to be some sort of comedic timing there, right? Maybe that was the intention. Not necessarily proud of relying on smokescreen strategies, but I don't know. I think that really was the fastest way to handle that. That wasn't going to take long. Obviously, that's the whole point of that. All right. I will pull out Magnemite right now until I can get something else. I'm allowed to use the team that I have until I can catch a new team. Okay. Go ahead and call it here. That's good 2 hours. Felt fairly hard. You got 2 gyms done. And didn't take as long as Black 1 in getting the 2 gyms done, so that's pretty nice. Maybe there's a bit more of a consistent flow of gyms in this game compared to the other one, though they actually come pretty quickly in the last game. So either way, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.